What is up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Aquatic Adventure of the Last Human. My name is Splattercat. Very happy to have you here today. I think I'm going to try and finish the game. That's the proclamation that I wanted to make at the beginning of the episode. I feel like this is a really solid game that's not getting enough attention, and if all I can do for it is keep it on the channel a little while longer to give it a little bit more exposure, then that's what I'm going to do, because I think it's far too easy to drop indie games nowadays and just like never see. I want to save right here. Yes, little floaty dungeon thing. Let me be up next to you in your ball. Look, it has balls on top of it. That's all I'm saying, is their base has ball. It's a ballsy base. Yeah, anyways, I always talk about how good games are. And when you say a game is good, you really gotta stick by it. That's the big thing, is you gotta give it a shot. And so for Aquatic Adventure, I think we're gonna hang out for a little while longer. And today, we're gonna try and do the Parasite, I hope. The Parasite should be a fairly simple fight, maybe, now that we have a ton of upgrades. I can't honestly tell you 100%. But having fought the Parasite before, I think we're... You know, I don't know what to expect. This is one of the nastier fights in the game. It's actually one of the only fights in the game that I haven't beaten yet. There's something inside of there. Like, doesn't that thing look like it has something inside? I'm gonna shoot it with a torpedo. No, didn't have anything inside of it. You should always try, though. Every now and again, you just got... Oh, there he is! The atomic bubblegum. You definitely need to have, like, some kind of protection scheme here, and if you don't, it's really gonna suck for you. Oh, our hull is already down. That's bad. Ow. Okay. Yeah, I figured this was probably what was gonna happen. So in my opinion, I think that the Parasite is probably one of the worst mobs in the game. Just in terms of, like, not a badly designed mob, but just one of the most difficult bosses. I didn't want to word that improperly. He's tough because so much of what he does is completely and totally, like, random when he shoots shit all over the place. You gotta be a little bit reactive, and yet if you're too defensive, the fight takes so long that eventually you're gonna screw up and you're gonna die. And so you gotta attack him. You see, like, down there how it's reforming from the bubblegum? He takes more damage during that phase. Unfortunately, the little pieces that he breaks into are really defensive of that bubblegum that they all reform on. And so it can be difficult to find an opening and actually lay into that thing while he's in the extra damage phase. Aside from that, all he does is split. The problem is that the edges of the room are instant death, so you can't touch those. And then each of his little bits and parts does a lot of damage too. So I tend to be really paranoid when I engage him just because it's difficult. It's a tough fight. This is probably one of the hardest fights in the game. I can think of 2 or 3 that really stand apart, but this one's nasty. Luckily, we squeezed off the win right there, so... Whew! Oh my god, that took me like... I had to do that in post-production. That entire fight right there, had to do it in post-production because I couldn't do it while doing commentary. So anyways, the Parasite is obviously one of the worst bosses in the game, in my opinion. He's the first one that I actually banged against and was like, this is impossible. I can't do it right now. I need to come back with better gear or something. We get 3 upgrade crates out, which seems like... I don't know. Seems a little stingy considering how, I don't know, there's a little bit of a run-up to this boss. I was excited about killing him because I wanted to know what new thing we were going to get. But it looks like we just got upgrades, so I guess we'll take that. We got a hull repair speed, got a harpoon charge, and we got a hull upgrade. Huh, that's a little disappointing. See, that's why he's so grumpy. He's surrounded by wieners all over the place. This place is very phallic, very sort of bulbous. It's throbbing a lot, too. I don't like to be in locations that are full of throbbing. Let's continue our... So where is this going to take me right now? To, like, a new zone? Let's go to a new zone. There's a snail right there. We could mess with him and, like, chainsaw him in the face. Ah, nope. I was going to try and chainsaw him in the backside, but unfortunately, he is not in the mood to be backstabbed. So where does that put us, all things considered? Was that boss optional? Is that why he was so difficult? See, this is the thing that the game makes you wonder. You do some of these bosses and you're like, he was really difficult. And then he doesn't really... Oh, it put us in Thrash Central. Okay. I don't think there was... Was there an entry to this place? Get away from me, fish. You're up to something. I know you are. Don't lie. You can actually shoot these too. I don't know if I brought that up. But you can blow up the mines if you shoot them with torpedoes, so just in case you were wondering about it, it is a thing you can accomplish. I don't know what I see in here, but I'm going to give this a go and see what we come across. Inside the pipe, it looks like we're pretty much safe. I do feel like I've been here already. This zone looks very familiar. God, I'm all jumpy. Like, you know when you finish a really, really hard boss and your hand is all shaky and you can't get precise movements out of it anymore because you choked so many times fighting that boss? And so now your body, you just don't trust it anymore to do the right, proper, like, fluid movements? God. Did that really hurt my hull that much? Oh my god. That is a brutal amount of health we just lost to a pipe. So what is that right there? It looks like there's no lever around to make that work. Shields are back up in the most Star Trek-like of styles. I feel like I've been here already. I think we've already been here. Why we would pop out this end, though, I don't know. I think we've definitely been here, because this is where we fought that big crustacean thing that we crushed in the trash compactor. That's one of the things I don't like about the game, is that sometimes it's very, very difficult to figure out what the hell you should be doing next after you get, like, really... It's not at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the game, there's tons of stuff to do, and it's very, very easy to find your way around. And by the end, it's just like, so what little corner have I not missed that's going to be worth investigating? I don't know if we should go back. We basically killed every boss that I know of in the game so far. I'm having trouble thinking of any other ones that I've seen around. I don't think we want to go this way. Let me cut back out to the left. We'll see where that goes. And did we fully explore the little city area? So what is it? Oh, there it is right there. Does that stay open permanently? It does not. Those rocks look loose. Did that do anything for me? Doesn't look like it did anything for me. So maybe if I go in through here... This will give me access. No, this is where I fought. Oh, man, I came out the wrong... What is that thing right there? Done came out the wrong way. This is the place where we fought the big crab. And unfortunately, I'm trapped in now. I don't think you can fast travel without the aid of one of the little save point things either. So we're just going to have to work our way through. Alright, so we're back in Pipe Central. I actually had to hoof it all the way back around after the boss. That was a poor decision on my part. I don't know where we go next. That's what I got. The only inclination that I have is we might want to go to District 7 or whatever, the little city area. But other than that, I have no idea. I'm a little bit lost right now in terms of where we're supposed to be with progression. So there are things around, like that down there, I think goes to help you fight some other boss. There's probably some random location that we just haven't gone to yet, like we haven't blown up a wall or we haven't gone through like a poison pipe or something like that. We'll have a small look around just to see where all these little avenues lead, but I doubt that what we're looking for is down in here. Yeah, I was going to say, we've got the Forgotten One down in here. That's the Forgotten One arena. Not to be confused with the Forgotten Realms arena, which is a bit more drizzy than I would like. This episode has been stressful. I might have an ulcer by the end of this. I was like losing my shit on Parasite. Parasite's an upsetting boss because he's one of the first in the game that really is random. There's no pattern to memorize there. The little parts of the monster chase you around, and they can end up in a lot of weird configurations if you're not careful. And so sometimes they just split in a way that traps you against a wall and you get murdered. Sometimes they stay out of your way and you beat them without taking a hit. Just a very, very... This thing I think was blocked, right? Can I break this? I can. Okay, so this might be the location that we were looking for then in District 7. Everything from here is blind for me. I have not seen anything in this location, so let's take this slow. Let's stay low to the ground. We beat a tough boss in this episode, so realistically, there should be no reason for us to take risks. We beat a really tough boss today. We've got a gate right there that doesn't look none too friendly. And then on this side, we've got something that I'm not sure if my dash can make it through there. Oh. Okay. I think I see the pattern. And as with many things, sometimes it's best to rip it off quick like a band-aid and just double charge your way through it. Since the charge does make you immune to poison, I figured if I spam the spacebar fast enough, maybe nothing bad happens. Shields are back up. That right there. Have I been here? Can't decide if I've been here before or not. No, I obviously haven't been here because there's an upgrade crate. What is this? I'm not sure what to think of this whole Osiris project or why it's still needed. I mean, things are great now. We've adapted to the subaquatic life, and society's been booming ever since the BEA's eco-terror, sorry. It's early in the morning, and I'm not reading properly. We got extra thrust charges. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. That's cool. New upgrades for me. My shield goes down every time I go through there. It makes me upset because I like my shield up. What was up that way? I don't know. Let's continue going to the left. I don't want to mess myself up here. You know they're going to spring a boss on us at any moment. Yeah, this looks like a boss chamber over here. It's going to do the Mega Man tick, 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 tick thing, and then we're going to go in there, and then something bad's going to happen. I'm going to save in District 7. I'm glad we found our way to the next pile of content. You know how much I like this? None much. There was a whole world beyond the surface that we'll never know. Forever unknown, better than forever alone. The Loma sewer gives me the creeps, and worse, I've found traces of slime and dried blood leading down the pipes. This is unnerving since Tom is missing. Well, I think you may have found Liquid Tom. Good for you. Where light is plenty, history catches wind, ripple in the current becomes waves, and the depths of the ocean echo attenuated in the darkness. Alright. Something about being underwater, I guess, makes people all poetical-like. What's up here in this little... Just another holotape. You'd think we get a solid tape every now and again. Roads? Where we're going, we don't need roads. I don't see anything up here. We haven't been blacked out for a little bit either, so I doubt there might be secrets up in here. But now that we have the lamp, it's actually harder to search for them because, well, we got some sea gonads hanging from the roof just in case you wanted those. They're a little shriveled on one side, but I promise the big one still works. What's down inside of here? A boss. The heart of the city. I want to make some brash assumptions here about the way that we fight this thing. And it looks like we got those little spitty things from Mario. So my suggestion would be just to whack them. Yeah, okay, so that seems to work. Looks like we got Venus flytraps and all kinds of stuff flying all over the place. I'm going to take it really, really slow, and I might keep the commentary to a minimum, simply based on the fact that it's very, very easy to screw up these little bullet hell segments just by not paying attention close enough for gaps in the fire. Shouldn't that thing be down yet? I was going to say, I've shot it a lot. That should give us a little bit of time to play with. Ow. Alright. We regenerated a reasonably decent speed, so... all things considered... oh my lord, they're everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to retreat a little bit. What is going on here? Good God. Uh-oh. Oh, we can't destroy those. Okay. Jesus. That's a little bit hectic. At least we're close to the respawn, I guess. Maybe if I could get alongside of them and fire torpedoes, possibly? Might be a little sketchy, but we might be able to kill them faster if we use torpedoes. And speed seems to be of the essence here. Let's give this another go. I don't think this boss is going to be that difficult. It's just bullet hell, and so... he said, knowing full well this might not go very well. Oh, look at that. I guess the walls hurt us too. Yeah, the torpedoes do seem to get rid of them a little quicker. However, with the added defect of me not knowing my facing also has to be on when I do this. Yeah, we might have to do it with the harpoon instead. Does not fill me with joy, but it may have to happen like that. This is a corner of your eye fight. What I mean by that is that you kind of gotta use your peripherals, and even so, it's a little chaotic for a fight that I've never seen before, and for one that seems to be fairly procedural. Fights with patterns tend to be pretty easy, whereas fights that are just randomness that you have to adapt to, they tend to be a lot worse because there's things you can't account for. They're like, sometimes you just get a distribution of enemy fire that you can't get around, and just because of your positioning on the map, there's nothing you can do about it. The torpedoes do seem to handle the issue faster. However, that being said, there we go. Maybe we'll just go quickly. How about that? Come at him from directly above. There we go. There's another one down. Now we gotta deal with all this random shit. Oh, it spits you back out once you get a hit on it, huh? That's unfortunate. Oh, Christ. Does the buzzsaw get rid of the little claw things? It looks like it might. Oh, I got the wrong weapon out. I think it has to be open first, maybe. Like it's got to be in the little blue mode. There we go. Oh shit, what does that mean? Oh, it bounces the spears back at me. Christ. Good lord. Are you for real right now? This is one of those fights that you die every single phase until you know what's coming because there's like no way to know what they're going to spring on you next. It's kind of like those Mega Man levels where you would drop downwards while the lasers came from the sides, and if you didn't perfectly know the configuration of the level, you were going to die over and over and over again. And that was basically the whole level, was just you learning the pattern of the lasers. Exact same thing here. It's a little bit more procedural than that, but we'll figure it out. We'll sort it. I won't do cuts on the boss fight until we've actually seen every phase of the fight, so I don't feel like a terminal screw-up here. Yeah, let's stay on... Oh, I can destroy the little claw things? I didn't realize I could destroy them. That's a little bit easier now that I know I can fire them. The little red things, though, appear to be a lot nastier. At least we're not taking that much damage. There we go. Now it'll spit me back up to here. And we gotta have the buzzsaw out. And with the buzzsaw out... Do you even need the buzzsaw? That's my question of the moment. Like, is the buzzsaw necessary? There we go, another hit. And then it's gonna go into this mode. I don't know if the buzzsaw is necessary. Alright. Not a lot of time to play with here. Sometimes... Oh, shit, what is that? Oh, it takes me... I'm inside of it? Oh, man. I want you inside of me, heart of the city. Oh, look at you guys over here being all aggressive and making my life difficult. Apparently he's got polyps. Let's go ahead and handle said polyps. You know me, I never like to do an inefficient colonoscopy. It's kind of dark in here, though. Christ. Lordy, lordy, lord. There is, like, a lot going on right now. Oh, there's still more of them down here. Okay. That's a little concerning. I think I can handle... Oh, Jesus. Yeah, that's a home wrecker right there. Big ol' 1-2 punch it just sent my way. Can I kill it yet? There we go. That's all that I wanted, was to kill the heart of the city. Come on. Get dunked on, noob. Get crossed over. So there was the heart. That was a nasty little fight. This has been a stressful day for me. My God. This game. I'll tell you, what is that? The drone part 1 acquired. A part of a drone, property of District 7, is engraved on the back. Oh, we know where to take this, though. I think I know where to take this. So it looks like... I thought it was a snorkel for a second. I was like, dude, we already have a submarine. This is redundant technology. What do we need a snorkel for? So we slew the heart of the city. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That reminded me of the fight in Dark Souls, where the entire fight is just you making one jump, and then you gotta stab the heart that's inside the tree thing. God, I hated that fight. It's just because the run back was so long on that fight. It took me so long to make that jump, like no joke. So we got Pipe Central, Lower Station, Crossroads is where I want to be. And then from Crossroads, I think we go to the left. And if I'm remembering correctly... I think if you go south from here, that's where the little robot zone was. Where you remember there was the robot that opened up the door? Maybe that's where we're headed? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, so that's not where we want to be. Where was the little robot place then? Having trouble. My recollection is not what it used to be. Honestly, it never was a whole lot. I keep forgetting that I have 4 thrusters now. That's pretty sweet. I like 4 thrusters. This has been one of those episodes that's been really, really upsetting as a YouTuber. It took me almost an hour to film like 30... Shit. It took... After all that, we die against a mine. Oh my god. Maybe it was down from here in Pipe Central. Maybe it was down and to the left. That seems sorta correct. Like, not 100% correct, but down to the left is ring of bells for me. No, both those lead back to the Forgotten One. Huh. This was blocked, right? It'll probably still be blocked. Yeah, so that's blocked, so we couldn't have come here. You can go to the little... You can go to the little city area, like right at the beginning of the game. It doesn't even matter, but we don't want to be here for sure. Man, my brain is so clogged with just like options right now on where I should be looking that I can't think of anything. Oof. Let's go ahead and wipe that out. I know where we need to go. I just can't remember exactly where it was located because I haven't seen it since we started the playthrough. Like, seriously, the first episode 3 hours ago we were there. It's a dark little area with, like, robots in it and shit. And I can't remember how we got there. I don't think it was before the crossroads. I'm like 80% sure that it wasn't before the crossroads. Yeah, I know it's not over there. And I know it's not in the little kelp area either. And so maybe you access it through District 7? God damn it, mines. Those mines are obnoxious and I hate them. The fact that they respawn is really the tough part, because then you gotta clean them out every single time you come through, and when you're in a hurry. At least when I'm in a hurry, I have a tendency to stub my toe on things that are dangerous. Let's assume momentarily. We definitely couldn't go in here, because from what I remember, it was at the beginning of the game. You were able to get there before you had all the technology. Like, you could just flow right on in without any issues. There we go, the facility. Let's see what we can accomplish here. This should be like the final countdown, I think. They said the game was only like 3.5 hours long, so we're about there. Wait, the drone oh, there we go. So the drone gets... Oh, you blew up my drone, dude! Why is it blowing up my drone? Interesting. That was somewhat unexpected. Huh. Okay, so it doesn't like my drone. I'm gonna investigate for a little bit? I don't know what I'm supposed to do next then. I'm a little bit confused. I thought that this was like the clear-cut obvious place we go next. Does the drone do anything? Or does it just float around my ship? It floats around my ship. Maybe we have to attune it somewhere. Like maybe we have to take the drone and then maybe we have to... It said it was a part of a drone. So maybe we only have a fragment? I'm gonna investigate a little bit and try to think of anywhere I haven't been yet, but I can't think of anywhere that I haven't been on the map yet. I've been just about everywhere. I've been everywhere, man, to quote Johnny Cash. So let me give it some contemplation. I will see you all in the next episode of the Aquatic Adventure of the Last Human. How you do, everybody?